Hi there and welcome to Lion Illustration. Many of you wrote to me on the YouTube and Instagram comments asking for help about drawing anatomy. This theme is the most requested by far, so I decided to try my best to help you out. First of all, just so you know, no matter how good the artist is, we all can relate. Any artist that loves to create his own stories and characters has struggled with this issue at some point. And if you know someone that came out of nowhere with the perfect anatomy, odds are that they are just copying someone else's style. And we all know that that road is in the opposite way of learning. The truth is that learning anatomy comes with trial and error. And believe me, there's a lot to learn. But the learning process is also super fun and extremely rewarding. The best thing about drawing is that it's always a win-win situation. The more you practice, the more you learn, and the better your art is. For the next weeks, I'm going to upload a series of videos about the different parts of the body and how to abord them in the best way possible. We'll analyze some drawing styles from very influential artists that they use in their famous characters. And I hope you can all end this series having a better understanding of anatomy that will help you out with your own designs. So if you're ready, I'm going to do my best to help you out with some tricks that I've been learning from the past years. To begin with, the first thing I want to talk about this in this series, so you can take all your drawing prejudgments away, is your style. The style, that damn word. If you have ever tried to take your art seriously, at some point this question has definitely popped out. What's your style? So people even say, oh, so you draw this kind of style. And they get all your work and fit it in a little box like Disney, manga, cartoony, sketchy, whatever. But it can get even worse when instead of saying a whole actual style, they get to a specific artist. They look at your stuff and say, oh, so you draw Loish style. And that itches like lemon on a wound. Because for much that we love our inspirations, the main goal for an artist is to create their own thing and have a name with your own work and not being known as someone else's shadow. So why am I bringing up style here? Because I want to start this process completely clean from whatever you have been told your art looks like. And also even your own perception of it. I want to get to the roots and start building from the ground up. So when we get further, you'll feel safer about your artwork because you have a good base knowledge. Okay, so what's a style? As far as we know, everyone has one, but a lot of artists find it difficult to recognize their own. This is a curious theme because when I was in art class in high school, I would have never said that I had a specific style. I loved to draw one day more realistic, another day more cartoony, sketchy, comic, doodle, whatever. It depended a lot on how I felt. But one day, a friend came to me and said, no matter what you draw, I can always recognize that it's yours. This made me realize that we do have a style. Everyone has one. Even though all our works don't look the same, they do share some characteristics. And this applies to everything we do, because it comes from the way we think, the way we move, our preferences, and all that influences our artwork. The best thing about the style is that we can shape it, because it's nothing else than our own unique way of seeing the world. And if you betray yourself using someone else's style, you're taking away the most important thing you have as an artist. That is your own point of view. The only way you see the world that no one else has. So for now, let's put all the style thing in a little box and let's start drawing from the beginning. Let's start from scratch. Let's put the excuses aside, grab a pen, and let's get to it. The tools I'll be using during these videos are a Cintiq 16 Wacom tablet and Photoshop. But I definitely would recommend trying this out with good old pen and paper so we can keep all the sketches together and see the improvement easier. Why don't you grab that notebook that you know you have around there and it's completely blank and you are afraid to use it because you don't want to ruin it. There's no worse way of ruining a notebook than leaving it empty. Okay, so one of the main reasons we struggle with anatomy, it's because we're mesmerized by the details. We want to get to do the jacket before we know how the arms move. Or we're painting on the makeup before getting to draw two eyes that actually look that belong from the same person. It's very usual, and it happens to me too, that we want to get to the fun part as soon as possible. But you don't start a house from the roof. At some point, we'll start using these details to cover our flaws, covering one of the character's eyes with hair or using big clothes to hide the anatomy. Maybe that works when you're starting, but this is like the elephant in the room. Anyone with a small background on drawing or comics can easily tell when an artist is trying to hide their flaws. So, in order to open yourself to the learning experience, we're going to compromise to a couple things. First one, we're not erasing. Erasing is forbidden, as well as deleting or throwing drawings away. We're going to be open to mistakes, we're going to embrace them, and we're going to learn from them. If we do something wrong, we draw it again. And maybe the second time is better, or maybe it's worse, but you'll have your old work to compare. All our drawings will end up taking us somewhere, you'll see. And the more open we are to mistakes, the more we'll learn. Second, we're going to draw every day. The more we practice, the faster we'll get to our goals. If you find yourself not inspired, why don't you redraw some of your old artwork? Or maybe one of your favorite characters. Draw a lot and enjoy the process. Always remember that we do this because we love it. Third, please don't try to be aesthetically pleasing. We're not here to showcase our notebook next to lavender and candles. If you're thinking about doing everything pretty, to take a cute sketchbook pic, this might not be your learning way. We're here to get ugly, make a lot of mistakes, and getting out of the mud stronger to get over the mother-talking world. There will be time for pretty drawings later. But for now on, I want you fully focused in making as many mistakes as possible. Now that we have established the basis, let's make an easy first exercise. Choose your champion. Think about a character that you would love to start this experience with. I recommend that you make it up for this course. Since we're going to work with anatomy from scratch, you can perfectly pick an original character that you have there already and you just want to polish. Keep in mind that we're not going to work with any specific art styles yet. We're going to keep it simple. Good old real anatomy for a while. Also, get ready to strip your character and put all their hair and beards in buns, because we're going to avoid all of the details. Forget about tattoos, accessories, and even their face for some time. Okay, this was all for today, guys. I'll see you in the next video of this anatomy tutorial for characters. If you want to be the first to watch the rest of this course, check my Patreon/LionIllustration. It is available for all the memberships, even the $1 tier. I'm going to leave the link down below. I hope you have a nice day, thanks for watching and see you next time.